if he needs any translation, we will offer it, but he will answer some in English. Jeremy?
David, you just completed your first full 90 and scored a goal in this past game against Vancouver. Just how did it feel to get your first full game under the season under your belt, and also being able to chip in with a goal?
I'm happy for the 90 minutes, but it's a difficult game because we have the game in our hands, and it's difficult to lose like that. I think we need to be more smart in the games like that, against good team like Vancouver. But we need to forget that game and think about the next game.
When you were breaking through in France in 2020, Denis Bouanga was an established player with Saint-Étienne. Do you remember facing him and what that challenge was like back a few years ago in France?
I remember because my first goal on the first team is against Saint-Étienne when Bouanga plays. Yes, I remember because he's a good player, and in the Ligue 1 he showed a good quality. And when he come to MLS, he was amazing.
Yep. Although you still haven't played a lot this season, what have been your impressions of playing with Alexander Arvina and regaining that chemistry with the rest of the front line?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Your impressions of playing with Arvina and the rest of the attackers on the team. How has that felt for you this year?
I'm feeling good. I think we need to keep working all the week, every training to contain the ¿cómo se dice?
El oponente o
Como las connection. The connection. We need to contain the connections all the week, and I think the game we're gonna be great.
Are there any players on the attacking line you feel like you have a good connection with?
Yes, but we need to keep working. I say that we need to keep working and to maintain the connection, and in the weekend it's gonna be great.
Okay.
Shoulder feel totally back to normal? Did you feel the surgery did what it needed to do?
Yes, shoulder feel good. We keep working on that. We need more strength, stress is normal, but I'm feeling good on training, on the game. I feel confident, and we keep working, and let's get better in the results.
Okay, we're going to take a question online first. So we'll go to Aaron.
Hi, David.
Hi.
What do you take away from the Vancouver game? You said you guys need to be smarter, particularly the last 15 minutes or so of the game. What do you think you guys can do differently to use the rest of the season?
Yes, like I said before, we need to be smart because we win the game 2-1, and the game is close to the end. And we scored a goal like a penalty, but if we can win that game, we can lose like that.
Aaron, do you have another? Okay, we'll go to Enrique. Spanish.
Español, más fácil. David, el partido pasado miré esa emoción que no habías tenido la oportunidad de soltar porque anotaste nuevamente después de estar lesionado. ¿Qué tanto pasó o te ha hecho bien anotar ese gol?
¿Cómo? Anotar.
¿Qué tan bien anotar el gol ese? ¿Qué tan bueno fue para ti que anotaras?
Sí, fue un gol importante porque volví a 2, 3 partidos y volver a marcar es muy importante para la confianza, para mi confianza mí mismo y para el equipo. Si yo estoy en confianza, va a ser mejor para el equipo también. Y tenemos que continuar a trabajar, como he dicho, y vamos a volver a tener resultados.
¿Qué es lo que para ti, qué es lo que ha pasado que no se han logrado buenos resultados cuando han hecho buenos partidos como el pasado? ¿Qué es lo que necesita el grupo? ¿Qué ha faltado para ti a tu punto de vista?
Creo que la confianza es muy importante. Creo que perdemos un partido, después perdemos un otro. Creo que bajamos directamente la cabeza, más tenemos que continuar a mirar de adelante y a trabajar y a seguir porque los resultados van a venir.
So 2 questions for David. The first one was, last match I saw the emotion after you scored, having been injured for a bit. How good did it feel to finally get that goal? David said it was a very important goal. You know, I returned 2-3 games and it was good for me and good for my confidence as well as the team's. If we have confidence as a team, it'll be the best thing for us and we have to continue to work. Follow-up question was, what do you think is the reason why results haven't happened despite good performances? David said, I think it's confidence. We lose a couple matches and our confidence drops. We must continue to look forward. We must continue to work, and the results will eventually come.
Okay, we'll take one last question online from Aaron. Aaron, go ahead.
David, so just kind of on the back of that, what are the conversations in the last few minutes against a team like LAFC who can be dangerous till the very end? How are you guys approaching that?
We are focused on our work, and I know it's difficult moments as a team, but we keep the head up and we look forward. No matter what the team is coming, we go and we go fight 90 minutes.
Okay, we're going to wrap it there. Thanks for the time, David. Great job in English. Thanks, Aaron.